and we have Stelios from Tottenham away.
Hold on. We lose and I get to see you.
He only comes on when we lose, Stelios.
Where were you when we were winning? I ain't seen you for weeks.
So I put an invite out onto my channel every single week, Marlon. You don't turn up. If you want to see me, come on my channel. The invitation's there, bro. You know, don't put it on me. Take a look at yourself. Take a long hard look at yourself, Marlon. You know.
Oh, Stel, I've missed you. I've missed you.
The invitation, 9 p.m. tonight, Tottenham away, Marlon. I hope to see you.
Speak some truth, Stel.
Stelios, you only turn up when we lose. What's going on?
Yeah, do you know what? A lot of people on your channel say that, but there's a reason for it, because I don't get sucked in by fake positivity. You know, we win a game, Tell's amazing, Odebert's superb, Bergvall's the new Moussa Dembele.
Keep Bergvall out your mouth.
Exactly. Doggy's elite. Archie Gray's generational. Solanke, 65 million. What a steal. And I just can't listen to this nonsense, guys. You know, I can't. We win a game and the overhyping it makes me feel ill, because I know what's coming next, which is today. You know, we scored a wonderful team goal against AZ Alkmaar. It was a fantastic goal that we scored, the third goal. But what happens is we hype it up so much. ANGE ball is real. Look what happens when our players are back. And we just completely dismiss the fact that AZ Alkmaar are a bang average Dutch team, you know. Go and do that against Fulham, or go and do that against Bournemouth, or go and do that against Chelsea, some teams that are above us. We don't. So I don't come on when we win, because that means I have to be fake. And I have to just say things I don't.
You can say it how it is, and after the win even, you can still carry on with the same stuff, you know what I mean, and say what you just said after a win.
The problem is, Ben, our fans are happy when we win. Like, they forget everything. And I heard someone recently on another show say, if you can't be happy when we win, what's the point? But for me, it's like, I'm not happy when we win because it's fake. It's a false dawn. It's not real. What would make me happy is if we won 5 games back to back in the Premier League. If we won 5 games back to back in the Premier League, I'd say to myself, do you know what? That's pretty good going. We can build from this. Or if Spurs won a trophy, any trophy, not the Tiger Cup or the Audi Cup, actual real trophies like Carabao, Europa, even if we won the Conference League.
You weren't proud after the Walter Tull Trophy out in Glasgow a few years back?
Oh, mate, I took a week off work. We were partying in Leicester Square, drinking in Covent Garden. That was amazing. Yeah, I loved it. You know, I just, Ben, you know, man, I've told you many times. I came on your show 10 months ago and I told everyone the signing of Werner is the catalyst of what's coming next. I said to everyone on this channel and every other channel I've been on. In fact, Barry says sorry. Barry owes me a personal apology because he was one of the thousands that had a go at me 10 months ago when I said this was going to happen. And now it's all happening. It's like, okay, well, you know, I wouldn't mind some apologies as well. But anyway, look, I said this was going to happen. I said that we didn't have a squad good enough to play in all these competitions. What would happen if we get some injuries, or what would happen if we had suspensions? How would we navigate that? And all I got told was, but we're going to get top 4, we're going to finish 3rd. And I said, no, we're not. Then we get to Christmas, the wheels came off. And again, I was saying to so many fans that watch this show, my show, Spurs Kings, his show, their show, I was saying, guys, we're not winning the Carabao Cup. How are we going to go away to Anfield and get a win? Are we out of our minds? But again, if you say it, you're the devil, you're poison. We went to Anfield and it was literally a case of we shat the bed. Then we went out to Aston Villa, what a surprise. And now we're going to win the Europa. Like, based on what? Where does this come from? And it comes from this desperation. Our fans are desperate. They dismiss the facts. They dismiss the stats. They dismiss logic. And it happened again. You know, we beat AZ Alkmaar, deservedly so. We were the better team on the night. But my God, that average Dutch team was an 89th minute close range header away from taking it into extra time. And how are we suddenly this really good team? It doesn't make any sense. Ange Ball is a joke, right? I think if we take out those first 10 games when he first came, what is Ange Ball? Ange Ball is once in a while we score a brilliant goal and we forget the other 85 minutes of the game of what happened. and once in a while we batter someone 4-0 and we think, yeah. But then we'll go and play the next game and lose 1-0 to like Crystal Palace, or we'll go to Fulham and lose 2-0 and Ryan Sessegnon scoring fucking worldies. It's like, what's going on?
Stel, you forgot before that really bad run at the end of the season, we went 10 games or 11 games or whatever it is in all competitions without a defeat. We got to cling on to that.
Yeah, listen, undefeated end of the season, fantastic. We know we've got a certificate of attendance. Let's frame it. Let's put it up on the wall. Look, I partly agree with Barry that change the manager. What does it mean? You can't change that now. It's pointless because you're going to put Ryan Mason in charge. I think he does a slightly better job because he actually plays with a 6 and doesn't make the fullbacks invert. But he's not a manager. He can't handle this. We're doomed for me. The season. I remember coming on and chatting to, I think it was you, Anson, and I said, sack Ange now, get rid of him whilst we're still in the FA Cup, we're still in the Carabao Cup, and we've got the Europa Cup. Let another manager who knows what they're doing. I said Harry Redknapp, but if he's too old and he doesn't want it, someone of that ilk, let them have a crack at it and try and save the season. I said this in January. That's the time. This is our last chance to save the season. But we kept Ange, Levy kept Ange, fans want to back Ange, and now we are clutching at straws that we win the Europa. Look, I think we might beat Frankfurt. I think we might beat them. I'm not saying we will. I think we will probably lose.
Hold on, you're losing your mind.
Look,
I thought
Ben,
you said facts and stuff. Come on. And now you're thinking we're going to beat them.
Yeah, look,
you're one of them.
I think, hey, look. Me!
Yeah,
me!
You're turning. You just said, look at the facts, and then you just gone, I think we'll beat Frankfurt.
Phone, right? I'm about to delete your number, Marlon. I'm about to delete your number, man. This guy. See you later.
People, right? That's how you get Stel to delete you.
Watch and learn, people. Watch and learn.
Hey, delete me, and then the truth has left your life. You have no truth in your life. Who's going to bring you the truth? Who's going to do it? Look, I think we can beat them. I never said we will, but the fact the second leg is in Germany means we're so up against it. It would have to be an outstanding two-legged performance from Spurs to do it. We would have to be bang on point in both games. So it's heavily stacked against us. However, I said a few weeks ago on my channel, I think we get to the semis or we play Bilbao at some stage and we lose. Because I don't see how we beat a Lazio, second leg in Italy, where they can shut shop and play defensive. If we play Bilbao, they're going to crush us. They're absolute dynamite this year, Bilbao.
Well, we can't play them until the final, right?
And imagine walking up to their city on game day, the whole region's buzzing, in their cauldron, on their pitch that they know inside out. It's not happening, man. It's like this Europa Cup dream
in his second season, mate.
The only thing he's winning is a P45.
Oh, no. Yeah, poor Ange. Poor Ange.
Look, if Ange did the impossible, and he won't, I'm not changing my stance. I watched the way he sets us up. You know, that second goal they scored today, one ball over the top. How many times have we said that? How many times have we said it? Nothing changes, you know. We still think Ben Davies is a good player. He's not good. Ben Davies isn't good. Well, he's been here for 10 years. He's part of the problem.
He's not a terrible player, though.
He's not good, Marlon. Come on.
No. He's a good squad player. He's
rubbish.
Listen, regardless of Ben Davies, do you not think if Romero stays on the pitch, it's more likely that game stays 0-0 because he all the balls that were coming over the top, he was heading away in first opening hour.
I think we're better with Romero at centre back. I think we're better with the Ven at centre back as well, but we're still playing that high line, which is suspect. We're still playing without a number 6, which causes us problems. You know, I don't believe you can be a successful team by leaving 2 centre backs by themselves high up and without playing a number 6, because what happens is the centre back steps into the. Look at the goal we conceded against. Which game was it we conceded? Was it Brentford? No, Bournemouth. Look at the goal we conceded against Bournemouth, the second goal. The ball gets played into the number 10 position for Bournemouth. And then Danzo, being a defender, naturally engages the ball. So he steps forward into where the 6 should be. All right, the midfielder of Bournemouth spun him because the midfielder was better than Danzo in that moment. That 1v1 battle, the Bournemouth player outclassed Danzo. That can happen. But Danzo did what any defender should do, engage the ball. But by stepping in, it left the gap behind. And that's where they played the ball and they scored. If you've got a 6, Danzo doesn't step. The same thing happened against Ipswich away. Danzo stepped, fell over. The ball then gets played out wide, comes in the middle. Instead of Danzo being there, who's there? Udogie, who's not a centre-back, and he fucked it up. So without a 6, it pulls the centre-backs out of shape. That's why we need to play with a 6, so the centre-backs can be centre-backs. So, yeah, with Romero on the pitch, we're better, but then we don't know what Fulham are going to do. And I think Traore came on and caused us problems. I felt that he caused us quite a few problems. Look, we had chances to score, but again, we've overhyped Solanke. He's not that guy. I don't think Solanke's rubbish, but he's not what we're used to. He's not Teddy Sheringham. He's not Kane, Prime Son, Robbie Keane, Defoe, Berbatov, Klinsmann. He's not that striker that this club's always had. He's an average, slightly above average in a better quality team type of player. So he's not going to take all those chances all the times, where a better striker would have taken one of those chances today. I think Matthias Tell has now proven it's a joke. You know, I think he's a young lad that's not proven anything. And if he's going to be at Spurs for 3 years and one for the future, and maybe, but I would have rather have seen Mikey Moore get these minutes. And the 6 or 7 games that Tell's played for us, I would rather Mikey Moore have got all those minutes, because I've seen more from Mikey Moore in a Spurs shirt than I've ever seen from Tell. And I would have really liked Mikey Moore to get those minutes. I think Odebert looks like he's got potential, but only when he comes into the 10. When he plays out wide, I don't think he's good. But
it was shocking when he came on today, Stel.
Yeah, he gave the ball away and it began the attack that led to the goal. Look, I don't rate these players, Ben. You know my stance on it.
Still, you know Mikey Moore's back with the under-21s.
He scored a great goal as well the other day. Great goal the other day.
Yesterday, I think 2 days ago or yesterday. Friday, I think it was.
Again, we're going back to things I said 10 months ago. And, you know, signing all these youngsters is only going to block the pathway for our academy players. The likes of Lancashire, Scarlett, Donnelly, Dorrington, Aladeji, Mikey Moore. If we sign young players to play in the position our academy players can play, then these young players we sign better be the real deal. Because if not, why have we signed them when we had academy players who are hungry, who love the club? The badge means something to them. They should be given 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row to see what they can do. But instead, we're giving a run out to people. You know, Matthias Tell, £10 million loan. He's basically the Bayern Munich Danjuma.
Do you not think he was a little bit better today than he has been in previous weeks?
You know, if he look, he did one really good thing in the first half where he beat 2 players, and I thought he should have shot, but instead he's crossed it across the goal and it's gone off the other side of the pitch. But when you can remember that one moment a player has done in the game, that means they're not a standout player, because there should be lots of moments you think, do you know what, that was brilliant today. Like, he did so much. That's not Matthias Tell. He's definitely not a striker. I think I've been proven right on that. He's definitely not a striker. He looks more capable out wide. But again, how can we justify his signing? Like, you see Danzo. I get why we got Danzo. We were out of centre backs. We desperately needed someone with experience. I would gladly see Ben Davies gone from this club, and we signed Danzo permanently, And Danzo is that player that comes off the bench if ever we need someone. I'd rather Danzo be that player that comes on than Ben Davies, because I actually think Danzo is more able and he's got the physical ability for the league. I don't think he's great, but I think he's a big upgrade on Ben Davies, and I'd be happy if we kept Danzo. But Mateus Tel made no sense to me, especially when we've got Yang and we've got Moore and we've got players that Manor Solomon, right, is tearing it up for Leeds. Just bring him back. He's still on the books. Bring him back. You don't need to spend £10 million on Tel. So, yeah, look, I wasn't surprised by today's result. I thought maybe we can nick a draw, and it was kind of looking that way. But once they scored their first goal, which was an absolute clusterfuck of errors. I mean, Odegaard loses possession. Maddison, he tries to clear the ball with his knee. Like, what are you doing? Oh, what was that? And then you've got Bentancur, Gray, and Davies 5 yards from Muniz, who shoots. None of them shut him down. They let him shoot. It goes back again to things that I said. This team is not coached enough on defending. We don't focus enough on teaching individual 1v1 defending, and it shows, because time and time again, the defensive errors we make are shocking, and it hasn't changed in 2 years, and I don't think it's ever going to change because ANGE doesn't know how to fix it, and the coaches aren't good enough to coach this level that we need. Going forward, we look like we're capable. Going forward, we actually look like there's good play in us, but the problem is there's two sides to the game, defending and attacking, and we just don't seem to be able to do the defending side nowhere near good enough. And that's why we're not going to win the Europa Cup, because we'll come up against that one team that's damn good at defending, damn good at attacking, and they're going to eat us alive and we'll go out. So,
Still, do you not think today, like, particularly for the first hour when Romero was on the pitch, it was quite the opposite though? Like, we're actually doing well in defending, particularly in the first half. Fulham barely had a chance on goal and we just couldn't do anything offensively.
Yeah, I think first off, actually, we were quite tight in defence. But again, we got away with chances. Ben Davies with an absolute shit show of a clearance straight to the pathway of Castagne. Castagne should have scored. But what's he done? He's hit it straight at Vicario. And that was a Ben Davies, Marlon's best friend, Ben Davies.
Hold on. But in that situation, Vicario can see the whole picture and should tell Ben Davies to actually not touch it. In that situation, go look at it. Vicario should have told Ben Davies nowhere. He did not need to touch that ball because there's no one behind him. He's left him in the box, and Vicario's not giving him one shot, not one player around him. So Ben Davies is panicked in that situation, thinking it's going into danger because there's a player behind him. Yes, it's not the best clearance, but he's there to mop up the situation, thinking that it was going to be a problem. I'm not saying Ben Davies is great, by the way. I'm just saying that Ben Davies, when it comes to a situation when you've got 4 injured defenders, Ben Davies is not the worst player to come in as your 5th choice.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you. I've deleted your number.
Oh, yeah, of course. You won't, because I'm right, innit? No, but in all seriousness, I'll watch it back, because I know you will. On your big up, right? When you go watch it, just watch that situation where Ben Davies gets caught in that situation. For me, as a goalkeeper, I would have been saying to Ben Davies, goalkeeper's ball, don't touch it. But Vicario, because he's not commanding, doesn't tell him anything in that situation.
When you don't get the shout from your teammate,
yeah,
that means you take control of the situation. And in that situation, he's got to clear it. And he miscleared it.
He does misclear. I do agree. I agree with you on that sense, yeah.
So we can make excuses for him, but the reality is this. If that's Ledley King, if that's Alderweireld, Vertonghen, that's not happening.
Yeah,
and that's the difference.
Yeah, but they're first team defenders though. You're asking Ben Davies to be a first team defender, not a 5th choice centre back. If that's a 5th choice centre back like Dragushin and players like that, they probably do the same.
I don't think Dragusin does that actually. I think that kind of defending is Dragusin's bread and butter. Where it goes wrong for Dragusin is when he has to play out from the back or play higher up. But the way ANGE ball doesn't suit Dragusin. He's the worst profile player for the system.
Of course.
As an out-and-out defender, Dragusin clears that for me, Marlon. But I disagree with you. I think he clears that.
Yeah, but you're asking Ben Davies. The players you've just compared Ben Davies to are first team proper defenders. I'm not sitting there saying Ben Davies is anywhere near their level. I'm looking at Ben Davies as, if you're looking at a 4th or 5th choice centre back, actually, then I'd rather him than an Archie Gray. Archie Gray is a useless defender.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't be a defender, actually, but that's
Yeah.
why I said get rid of Ben Davies and sign Danzo, because for me, Danzo clears that properly. I would have Danzo.
Yeah, but Danzo is in front of Ben Davies, but Danzo's not here. That's the whole point.
Okay, so do you know what? This is a perfect opportunity, which is what we should have done, to give the youngsters a freaking chance. But instead, we're clinging on to a granddad of a defender to play at centre back. He's been here for 11, 12 years.
Yeah, but who should be playing at centre back? Because there's no good centre backs apparently coming through the academy. Yeah, I get the attack in the 10, but not the centre back situation.
Okay, in January, we had an opportunity to address these issues, okay? There's a player called Ashley Phillips who we signed. Why doesn't he get a chance? Why didn't we bring him back on loan? And Ben Davies is.
But this is I'm looking at it from what they're saying. They're looking at it going, well, Ashley Phillips is not good enough, and the guy that's loaned out to Aberdeen obviously is not good enough either.
This is where the argument lies, right?
Yeah.
We don't know if the youngsters are good enough. Look, I don't know if you watched my last show. I did a breakdown on the youth, because if there's one thing I know, it's the development of youth footballers. I know my stuff on this. I'm not a guru expert, but I know enough. The player pathway for a young academy player at Spurs is broken, because we do not give them enough minutes to really understand how good they are. I'll give an example. When we signed Gareth Bale, he wasn't an academy player of ours, but when we signed him, it wasn't until he got a run of 10 games in a row that he began to flourish.
In a different position, though. Because Gareth Bale was playing left back.
But he got moved up. But my point is, he's still got 10 games in that role. We don't give any of our academy players 5, 6, 7 games in a row to really show us if they can adjust and transition from youth to men's football. That's the player pathway. It doesn't exist at Spurs, but yet Matthias Tell's been given 5 games.
Yeah, but still, you're talking about Gareth Bale not showing it until 10 games, right? He only got those games because Benoit Suakoto was injured, right? Tell has only had 5 games, so could you not give Tell like a bit more leeway then?
So you've just said Gareth Bale only played because Ekoto was injured. Well, Dragusin's injured. Van der Ven's just come back from injury. Danzo's injured. So the injuries are there. The opportunity exists at this club for youngsters to be played. My point is this. Look, if you would rather see Ben Davies play, fine. It's an opinion.
Then who, though? Who are we saying then who? We got no other options.
This is what, but Ben, this is what I'm saying. This is why we should have brought back Ashley Phillips and said, right, here's an opportunity for you second half of the season. This is why we should have given the Dorrington and Donnelly an opportunity. But what we do is we don't give the youngsters that chance. What we do instead is we go to Ben Davies. And this is what you get from Ben Davies. We haven't won anything with this guy at the club. Ben Davies offers us nothing.
But we've won nothing. Yeah, but we've won nothing with most guys at the club. It's not just like Ben Davies is, for me, for what you're saying, Ben Davies is the least of our problems because
of average players, Marlon.
Yeah, the average players that we sign. Yeah, but
Pochettino's biggest problem was he never had a squad. He had a good starting 11, but if one got injured, one got suspended, one was tired, one was on international duty, what would come in? Eric Dyer, Ben Davies, the Nkudus. That's the problem. That has to be fixed, which is why in the summer I was gutted with that transfer window because we didn't address the issue. And Ben Davies, look, I don't want to make this a hate rant on Ben Davies because Ben Davies isn't the problem today, but because we're talking about the defensive, you were saying how we looked at Romero, and I said, yeah, we did, but we still gave away some, half decent chance because of Ben Davies. I would rather see not just Ben Davies. I would rather see the Spurs academy players for the last. Look, the league's gone, guys. Do you agree? The Premier League's gone. Yeah, we're not finishing in Europe.
It was gone a long time ago. Still.
Okay, we agree. For the last 10 games, we're gonna lose. We're going to win. We're going to draw. We don't know. But the thing is, no one cares anymore about the league. It's dead. Play the kids for the last 10 games as much as you can and let them have a chance. Because when Conte was here, I didn't want the kids to play. Because when he got sacked and Stellini took over, people were saying, play the kids, play Pape. So I said, no, don't. It's so toxic at Spurs. It's a horrible environment. It's an absolute car crash. The worst thing you could do now is play kids in that environment. And we started Pape Sarr against Newcastle, 5-0 down. Who's the one that's that sacrificed? Pape Sarr. He destroyed his confidence in that game. And that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. But right now, all fans have accepted the Premier League is dead to us. There's no toxicity or poisonous atmosphere at the club because we've given up on the league. So whilst the atmosphere is we can tolerate it,
yeah, but still,
let the kids have a chance. Let them have a chance. Let's see Mikey Moore. Let's see young players play for this club from the academy and see, can you show us something in the next 10 games to justify playing you next season and not signing Matthias Tell?
But still,
not giving all the minutes to other players like Ben Davies. That's the point I'm making, Mark.
But the problem you've got with that is, say you play 4 or 5 of them, and when we go and get smashed 3 or 4-0, the fans are not going to accept that. You know full well they're not. You say, look, Mikey Moore is different to the rest because you saw potentially what he can do. But if you go and bring 4 or 5 academy players into but if you go and bring,
he doesn't play.
Yeah, but
he doesn't play.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just talking hypothetically here. But if you go and bring 4 or 5 players in a team that at the present moment can't even win a game, you don't really want to bring academy players into a losing team because it just spreads that culture. Unfortunately, Gray
5 players at once.
Huh?
Don't play 4 or 5 players at once. Play Mikey Moore.
Yeah, but
and play.
Yeah, but it's about 4 or 5 players that we kind of need because you're looking at the Bensumas, Benson-Cos, and all them that are not doing it, and defense is not doing it. So you are looking about 4 or 5 players that we need to come in to even fix the issue.
Marlon, we can't fix the issue. With Ange as manager, Levy as chairman, we can't fix the issue.
Do you really want a youth player coming into an Ange full system, though? Yeah.
I'm saying, well, I'll tell you what, Mikey Moore looks pretty good in the Ange ball system.
But I said take Mikey Moore out. I'm looking at the others now because even Mikey Moore's not even getting the minutes. But Mikey Moore's even then. Mikey Moore was only good in second halves. He wasn't good in all game because in the games that he started, Mikey Moore was very poor.
Okay, because he hasn't got that run of games. This is my point. He's not getting the run of games for us to see.
Yeah,
he gets 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and it's over.
Yeah, but us fans,
he's had a lot more opportunity than what any of our academy players have got. And Marlon, to answer your question, do you trust the young players to do well in Ange ball? We don't know. That's the point. We don't know because they don't get the chance.
What players are we even talking about here? Because out of the academy players, we've only got Dane Scarlett on the bench today. What other players need to be given a go that are not out on loan?
Yeah. Look, obviously, Ashley Phillips and those players we can't. We should have. I start off by saying we should have brought them back in January, but that's an absolute fuck up. So now we're left with the Ben Davies and whatnot. But whatever academy players we have got available now. It's probably only 3 players, I think, that we can academy players available to us. I would play them. I would let them have a go because if we're losing games, what harm can it do to give the youngsters a chance to see if over 5 games they can help us have a bit of an uplift? That's my point I'm making. Otherwise, when are they going to play? Because if we don't give them a chance now, we're not going to win the Europa. That means next season, no Europe. That was the competition we did play the kids. So when are they going to play?
Yeah, but you just said
when are they going to play?
You said it was a bit toxic when Sarr came in and whatnot, but is it not toxic against Ange at the moment with fans?
No, look at us now. We're pretty chilled. We've accepted it. Last season, I'd be like, Brian Daigle's blowing things up. People are throwing grenades.
You might be chilled. No, you are chilled. You are chilled. But there's a lot of fans out there right now, especially in the YouTube space. And when you go through the comments, they're not chilled about this situation.
Sava. Okay.
Not Sava. Sava was not the person I was thinking of. You're naming him, not me. But I'm just talking. But if you look, let's go through our comments that we do.
I do a show with Sava, right? I can say it. I do a show with Sava once a week, right? Sava has had enough of Ange. He wanted him gone a long time ago, right? But I'm more calm with it because I've accepted. I can't change the manager and I can't change the owners. All I can do is go to protest, make noise and hope more fans come on board with it and something changes. But I wanted Ange gone at the start of the season. I wanted it gone in January to save the season. He's going to be here to the end. Some people say if we crash at the Europa, he'll get sacked. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I would not be surprised if he's here next season. Honestly, it would not surprise me. He shouldn't be, unless he wins the Europa, which would be a miracle. But A lot of fans think if we go out the Europa, that Ange is gone. I'm not convinced.
No, we're not convinced
I'm not convinced. I'm worried. I'm worried about him being here next season, actually. I think it's going to get even... I'm going to cry
next season. He won't be here for very long next season, in my opinion.
And then it means Ben and Sim can do react to comments more often.
I can't do another year with Sim. I can't do another year with Sim.
See? You're toxic against Sim, you are. See? It's not at Ange, you're at Sim.
I've made it very clear. Sim needs to be drug tested. I want him drug tested. I want an analysis to see if the boy's okay, because I don't know what's happened to Sim this year. You know what? You meet Sim in real life. He's lovely. You have a friendly chat. He's got so much knowledge to talk about football. When it comes to Ange, he's absolutely lost his mind. He's literally lost the plot. I don't get it. It is what it is. But look, I know there's other people in the back that want to come on, but I just wanted to come on and say today didn't surprise me. These are all the things I've said. I think, contrary to everything I'm saying, I do think we might beat Frankfurt. I think they might surprise us. I certainly
deluded,
do not
Stel.
see Spurs.
You're absolutely deluded.
Yeah, fucking deluded, mate.
Delete the number. Stop it.
I'm going to call you straight after. You're getting it back.
I'm going to block you.
Big up, Stel.
Big up, Stel.
Thanks for coming on.